all sing together. And Mark is going to put the lyrics up for you. And if you want to stand and sway a little bit, you sure can. There's no rule that you have to stay sitting. This is called I Am the Light of the Soul. And I think lights of the soul probably like to stand and at least sway and, do things like this, right? Okay. Thank you, Anna. I am the light of the soul. I am beautiful. I am bountiful. I am peace. I am. I am the light of the soul. I am beautiful. I am bountiful. One more time. I am the light of the soul. I am beautiful. I am bountiful. I am peace. I am. I am. I am. I am.
Don't have any flowers over here, but I got a flower this morning. Look how beautiful. That came from my sweet sister, Afra. Thank you for honoring the little girl in me. Thank you, thank you. So, how the heck did we get to October? I don't know what happened. This is the time that we think about our ancestors. Yeah. So we're talking about intuition, and we're talking about waking up all the neurons, all the cells, everything inside of us that allows us to intuitively hear and feel and sense into the world. And part of that hearing, feeling, sensing, knowing is to connect with the ancestral body, right? To remember that we stand on the shoulders of those who came before us. It always fascinates me to think about how many ancestors just had to stay alive for me to get here, as I am today. Science says 11 generations. 11 generations of ancestors. A total of 4,000 people. Right? 4,000 people had to stay alive, no matter what they did, for me to make my way into this physical form as I am right now. That is true for you as well. Science is pretty fascinating. And when you think about that and how many people that covers and who they were and where they came from and the miraculous way that they found each other. And the fact that they conceived and conceived and conceived and conceived over and over till it came to us. When somebody tells you you are a miracle, you truly are a miracle. What miracles we are to have just arrived here on the planet. So I want to start this beginning of October with just some appreciation for all of those people that came before us. Without any judgment, because, we have good ancestors and we have not so good ancestors, right? It's not so much that we have to honor how they lived, but to recognize in ourselves the miracle that happened over and over and over again for us to incarnate at this time, right now, in this place. That's a pretty big deal. So let's step into this sacred space together with some awareness of our ancestors. I invite you to just find a comfortable place for your body, to feel yourself settled comfortably in the chair, to recognize that in this moment all is well. No matter what happened yesterday, last week, before you walked in this morning, you made your way to this peaceful place in this beautiful moment. This is a gift that you are giving to yourself. A gift meeting a gift. The gift of time and place and you and breath and body and knowing and wholeness. The gift of this very moment. So I invite you to breathe into it. To feel the breath enter and move through your lungs and down into your body. To let your belly expand as you breathe. To breathe deep enough that your lungs move your rib cage. And to know that you are here by divine order, not by accident. That your presence makes a difference just as you are. And to settle into the perfect you that you are in this perfect moment as we enjoy just a few minutes of silence. As we gather together, this very moment will never be repeated again. This moment, these hearts, these people, this place, this miracle of life. Let us just hold and remember the miracle of our breath, the miracle of our being, the miracle that is us.
With hands on my heart, I feel my power. I am life expressing. With hands on my heart, I feel my power. I am life expressing. With hands open wide, I rejoice that it is true. Filled with light, I am renewed. Filled with light, I am renewed.
Thank you, my friend. We had a little baby girl Friday. Yeah. She was born at 5:10 in the evening. We went to the hospital about 7 in the morning. And she was born at 5:10 in the evening, and she's about this big. She's so tiny. She's so tiny. And so last night was her first night back in the house. Our kids are living with us. And so we have a 2-year-old and an infant in our house. And I am so pleased to say that we are on the upstairs and they are in the downstairs bedroom, and I didn't hear a thing last night. So we had a good night's sleep. They had a less good night's sleep. But we are very happy to welcome Esme, and we've been waiting a while for her. And girls in my family are a rarity. We have lots of boys. So it's especially nice to welcome a new girl. So there was this little bird high up in the treetops who every day tried to fly. And it would go to its favorite bough, and it would jump off, and it would spin and spin and spin and spin and spin and flunk right on the floor. And then it would have to hop all the way up the bark to get back up to its favorite bough again and stand there and question whether it was going to jump or it was going to stay. Nobody knows if it was a girl or a boy. All anybody in the forest knew was that every single day it would jump off the bough, spin, spin, flutter really hard, spin, 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 flunk, right to the ground. Finally, the little bird got back up to its favorite bough, and it stood there and said, I just don't get it. Maybe I am just not supposed to fly. And the wise owl, who was a couple of branches up, said, put your wings out. So it stretched out its wings, and the wise old owl said, oh, I see what's wrong with you. You're trying to fly with one truth. What? What do you mean I'm trying to fly with one truth? Well, look, one wing is really strong. The other wing is not. What is happening with that other weak little wing? And the bird looked at it and thought, yeah, what is happening over here? There are not very many good feathers on this wing. This wing is not very strong. This wing is very strong. And the owl said, you're flying only with doing. This is your doing wing. And your doing wing needs its listening wing, because you have to listen for the wind. So you have to every day practice listening for the wind. And so the little bird did. The little bird stopped trying to do flying. And every day she would sit still. Maybe she is a she. Every day she would sit still until she could feel the feathers on that wing ruffle in the wind. And then she would raise her wing up and set her wing down, and raise her wing up and set her wing down, until the day came that both wings wanted to work together. and she jumped off the branch when the wind whispered to her, "Now." She jumped off the branch and caught the breeze, and it lifted her high and beautifully, and she glided across the forest. And everyone below cheered because they had been waiting forever for this little bird to fly. And every day, when she flew by, squeaking and squawking and making beautiful noises, the whole forest felt better to see the joy it brought her to finally feel the wind and float easily over the forest. So you see, for us to rise to our greatest height, we have to use both wings. We are really good at the doing wing, aren't we? Our doing wing is really strong. Our being wing, not so good. Our listening, being, settling in wing is very different. The thing that Charles and Myrtle Fillmore got right is that they were two wings on the same bird. If you spend a little time learning about Charles and Myrtle, they were our founders. If you're new here and have never heard about them, Charles and Myrtle Fillmore founded the Unity Movement. Myrtle listened. She listened, she got sick, and she listened to all the cells in her body, to everything her body had to say. She listened and settled in, and she came into relationship with the holy through her listening and acknowledgement of what was being offered to her. She spoke gently to every cell in her body and said, "I'm sorry if I've ever judged you wrong." Those are my words. She said it in her own words. "I'm sorry if I've had judgment about you. I'm not in judgment anymore. I'm in gratitude. I will hold gratitude for this entire body." And her husband watched her get better and better and better when she actually wasn't expected to live. And he said, "Oh my, this is amazing. We have to do something with this." And he did. He wrote, he documented, he taught, he put systems and organizations in place. And together, she listened, he listened in a different way, and they courageously created the Unity Movement. There is a masculine and a feminine way of doing things. They both exist within us. It isn't about gender. It's about understanding that sometimes we do things in a masculine way and sometimes we do things in a feminine way. And when we do those things together, miracles happen. So when we talk about our intuition, when I was with you a few weeks ago, we talked about all the neurons in our bodies, about the way our belly has its own neurons. Our brain has neurons, our heart has neurons, and how those neurons move messages all through the body. And we talked about the fact that this body, this being, is a compass that allows the divine to communicate to us and through us. Our listening happens right here. And if you're not sure you have this listening, I can promise you that you do. You know why? Because I've raised a bunch of children. And every single one of them, if there's a cookie on the table they're not supposed to have, knows how to do this. Right? We all know when we're doing the wrong thing, don't we? When somebody's told us don't do that, we all know. From when we're this big, we all know. So the body is designed to tell us yes and no. Yes, do this. No, don't do that. Yes, this is good for you. No, don't turn that way. How many of you have ever slowed down at a green light because something inside of you said, slow down? How many of you have watched a car come barreling through? Right? How many of you have picked up the phone because you just needed to, and there was your kid or someone you love on the other line. Yes? How does that happen? It happens because we know in a way that is beyond the doing, we know about life. We know about what is good for us, what is not good for us, what is needed from us, what is ours to do and what is not ours to do. And just like that little bird, when we use both wings, that happens more often. One of our core values here we call synchro divinity. That's when everything goes right and the perfect thing happens. And we're all surprised by it, right? So we have synchro divinity that happens in our body when we work together. Sometimes we work in partnership and we bring that masculine and feminine together like Charles and Myrtle did. Sometimes it's completely in our body. But the masculine traits and the feminine traits are really different. The feminine traits, remember, not gender, the feminine traits are the things that you would all say. The feminine traits are softer, they're nurturing, they're very clear protectors when they need to be, right? They are tender. There are lots of things about the feminine that we can identify. The masculine is what we miss because we think masculine is just doing. And so we do all that we can to get things done. We flutter, thunk, right? Because we're busy doing everything. So the masculine in us sometimes does like to do. Some of you will relate to meditating when you're walking or hiking or dancing or moving. That is a masculine way of moving energy to hear the divine, to be at one. Some of you will, if you have a really bad day and you can't work it out in your head, will clean out the junkiest closet in your house, right? Because there's something about doing things that opens up a different way of understanding what is right for us next. That's all masculine energy. Masculine energy is curious and courageous and forthcoming and moving. And it balances with the stillness and the quietness that we experience when we sit in still meditation, when we listen to a piece of music and it moves us all the way to our toes. That is the feminine way of relating. When masculine and feminine come together well, we both feel and we know. Because feminine energy is feeling and masculine intuition, feminine intuition is feeling. And masculine intuition is knowing. I know exactly what to do right now. Clean a closet, whatever it is. Go mow the lawn, go for a hike, call somebody, pick up the phone, someone is there, stop the car. All of that is the masculine side of your intuitive self. And I tell you this because our work over these couple of fall months is to awaken to how truly, deeply intuitive we are. Because our world is challenging right now in both brilliant and beautiful ways and more difficult ways. And we have to be able to listen here because there is a lot of noise out here that wants to tell us how we're supposed to feel, what we're supposed to do, what's going on, all of that. Finding what is true, and specifically what is true for you, can be a little bit challenging. When we use our listening and our knowing, we find what is true for us. And we're able to both beautifully and courageously take ourselves into the world. And the world needs us to be who we are. fully and completely as ourselves. The world needs us as we came here, because we are not here by accident. We are here on purpose. We selected this time and this place to come into these bodies, to be present, to do what is ours to do. So opening both of your wings right now is an important thing to being able to discern your own truth. Why did you come? What is yours to do? To be a symphony, we all have to be ourselves. To be in harmony, we all have to listen and do what we know is ours to do. And that, my friends, is how we make the world a place that is good for each of us and good for all of us. It will never happen out here. It will never happen because somebody else said. It will always happen when we come back to this compass to recognize who we are, to recognize the miracle that we are. And let me just remind you, as we honor our ancestors today, let me just remind you that somewhere down the road, what you do right now will affect the future. It will affect the children that were born yesterday and tomorrow and farther down the line. 4,000 people down the line, generation after generation. We are those prayers. We are the outcome of those prayers, which is pretty miraculous to think about.
You'll get your stool back next week. I have to sit on the stool or you can't see me at all. So I'm actually on the drum throne and he's on the piano, or she's on the piano bench, and but I promise I'll give you your stool back. You ready? You're welcome. You're very welcome. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready. Thank you, Tammy.
Mark said, "You have a feather on your leg." And I was like,
Oh.
no way. It's not, it's tape. But I was ready for the miracle. I was ready. So I would invite our Zoomies to open their screen for a minute. And I'm going to turn this screen down here so you guys can see the beautiful faces on here. But there's one particular face I want you to notice. This one right here. Anybody know who that is? That is Penny. So Penny is a dear and beloved friend who has been a friend of mine for, Penny, I don't even know how long it's been. It's been that long. Many, many, many years. And a few years ago called and said, "Can you help me figure something out?" And that conversation resulted in Penny checking us out online. And Penny has been here for several years, right? And we've had the joy of Penny coming here and the joy of 5 years. 5 years, really? Oh my gosh, time goes so fast. 5 years that Penny has been in a couple of times. Penny is actually out in Massachusetts in Rentham. And so she joins us from out there. And Mark, can we hear Penny today or no? Is it possible? If not, I'm going to have Penny write to you guys.
I think you can hear me.
Give Penny her voice.
Can you hear me?
Mark is going to see.
No.
Almost. Are you unmuted, Penny?
I am unmuted. I'm unmuted, but you can't hear me, I guess. I'm unmuted. Go ahead, Chris. Okay, now can you hear me?
This helps, but it's in fellowship hall. Okay, good. Yeah.
I think she talked to Ahriana.
Can you hear me now? Well, this is, I don't know. Okay. You're on Zoom, River, that's why.
Right now?
Can you hear me now? It's okay. I can't hear anything now.
So I'm going to share a few words for Penny.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Penny.
After many years of doing Unity all the way out here, Penny has found a Unity church half an hour from her house. Isn't that so cool? So Penny has helped us with 1,000 things here, and she also has found a community that she's checked out and been with and is really enjoying. So she is going to move from Unity in the Rockies into the Unity Spiritual Center close to her. And I know that she has words she would like to share with this community, which I will ask her to write, and you can read them in the e-blast. But I know that she is deeply in love with the people here and so grateful for the time that she spent here. And I want you to know, Penny, how grateful we are for you, yes? Yeah. We love you, love you, love you so much. And you are welcome to pop in just any time. If it happens to get snowy or you just want to check in on our faces, we hope that you'll pop in and that we'll still get to see you. And I love you personally, and thank you so much for everything you've given here. So, yeah, Penny. Life is like that, right? Like, how cool is that she found a Unity community that she really feels connected to? And that happens. People float in and float out of this community for lots of different reasons. And we are touched by them, and they are touched by us, and then we move into whatever is next. I know that as Penny moves into her next place of being, that something beautiful will happen here. That's because that's how doors work. They swing both ways. So we'll be watching to see what else happens and holding lots of gratitude around you, my dear friend. And we'll see you soon. Lots of good things happening at Unity Spiritual Center in the Rockies. One of the things that you'll hear about again in the announcements, because we want to make sure you hear it twice, is to please reserve November 1st and 2nd and plan on being here, and tell your Unity friends to be here, because that is Saturday and Sunday. And Reverend Tracy Quillen, who is your next ministerial candidate, will be here on the 1st and 2nd of November. She will be doing a workshop on Saturday, and she will be speaking on Sunday. And one of those days, she's going to do a Q&A with you guys. I'm not sure yet what that schedule is. It's still being worked out, but you do want to be sure and put those dates on your calendar. If you are here the first time, I am filling in space. I'm here temporarily as this community seeks out its next amazing leader, and I am thrilled to just see that you're moving on down that path. And if you want to check out Tracy Quillen online, she's really easy to find. Put in Reverend Tracy Quillen, Quillen, Tracey, Tracy Quillen. You can go online and see lots of her work. She is not hard to find. She's a very active woman, and that may give you a little idea of what she's like before she gets here. Lorelai? Okay, that's great. That's great. That'll happen after the 12th when Yolanda gets back online to do that. Because right now I'm doing double duty, and some of the most amazing things that Yolanda does, I don't have a clue. So we'll make sure we get those out to you soon and move forward from there. I'm trying to think of other things I need to tell you before we move on. One of them is that I am going to walk in my office afterwards, and I'm not hugging you today because I have a brand new, fresh out of the oven baby at my house. So please don't hug me. I will hug you in a couple weeks when she's got a little bit more good stuff in her body. And two is I'm going to walk in my office and close the door because I am speaking for Unity of Fort Worth right after this service, which I will be doing online in there. So please don't think me rude. Today I'm covering for someone else who is not available today, and said yes, I could absolutely do that. So last month we did a fabulous job for Westside Cares. Thank you all so much for your contributions. I love how this community is so generous and gives so widely out into the community in so many different ways. I saw many things come in and many things get carried out. And that makes a big difference for our neighbors here on the west side. So just thank you on behalf of both Susan, who is our West Side Cares coordinator, and also all of the other people who help the West Side Cares team and the folks at West Side Cares as well. We give in lots of ways. We give into this community for many of the things that need to happen here. I always say I'm not afraid to talk about money. I think sometimes people are. Money is such a gift to us. The giving that you do does more than keeps the lights on. It allows us to expand our services beyond these walls and to make a difference in the world. And so I invite you to give in gratitude for the fact that you can. And if today there's something going on that would make you feel pressured in your giving, that would make you feel like, oh, I just can't really do this. I just blew out the tire on my car and the refrigerator broke. Then don't give today. Fix the tire. Take care of the refrigerator. We want to give into this place from the gratitude for the abundance in our lives, because that energy is more important than the dollar bill you put in there or the $100 bill you put in there. That energy is what allows this community to give and receive and give and receive and be in that beautiful circulation. So today, no matter how you give, some of you give by auto tithe, some of you give here in the room, some of you text to give. There are lots of ways. No matter how it is that you give, time, talent, treasure, please just hold in your hands the energy of your giving, the gift that you bring here, the many gifts that most of you bring here. And as we go into our time of sharing, let us repeat our affirmation of abundance together. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive.
I love to shine with the holy light of my spirit. Shine with the holy light of my soul. I love to shine with the holy light of my spirit. Beautiful spirit, shine through me. I love to shine with the holy light of my spirit. Shine with the holy light of my soul. I love to shine with the holy light of my spirit. Beautiful spirit, shine through me. I love to shine with the holy light of my spirit. Shine with the holy light of my soul. I love to shine with the holy light of my spirit. Beautiful spirit, shine through me.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you to our ushers for their good work too. We receive these gifts knowing they come from open and generous hearts. We know that this energy moves forward in the world to make things better here and beyond our walls. And so it is. Thank you. Do we have kids? I don't see any today. No babies today. Okay, no babies today. Darn. No, bring your babies. Just us, just the kids. Just the inner child that we're welcoming today. All right, then. I am going to turn the platform over to Karen, and I'll see you guys soon. Yeah. You're most welcome. Most welcome. Yeah, thank you. Just call me Grandma.
There we go. All right. Good morning. Connie, thank you so much. Tammy, thank you so much. And of course, Ahriana, it was beautiful. So let's start the announcements with our minister affirmation. We can have that. Please join us in saying our affirmation to welcome our new minister. We have gratitude for our past. We embrace change with faith and enthusiasm. We will warmly welcome our new minister to Unity Spiritual Center in the Rockies with open hearts, joyful spirits, and so it is. Well, the platform flower was taken from us, but we thought it was beautiful and a lot of inner child. The Unity Metaphysical and Craft Fair is coming up, so please join us on Saturday, October 25th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. for a great day filled with holistic healers, craft vendors, jewelry makers, and more. Kick off your holiday shopping and support local shops. The guest entrance fee is $5, and children under children under 12 are free. And no, not 25. Vendors sign up to purchase a booth in the Unity office or online, and you can see the weekly newsletter, Unity Facebook, or our website events calendar. If you're interested in volunteering at the fair, please see Charlotte or sign up on the bulletin board. Join us, as Ahriana mentioned, on November 1st and 2nd. Please, that is the weekend that the minister search team and board of trustees welcome Reverend Tracy Quillen, candidate for our minister position. And Tracy will be teaching a class on Saturday, November 1st, and then sharing the Sunday message on November 2nd. We warmly invite you to attend and be part of this important moment in our community. The time for her Saturday workshop, the question and answer sessions, and more information will be shared once everything is in place. And then we just remind you to check the Unity newsletter, the bulletin boards, the online calendar, and Facebook page for updates. And if you would like to sign up for the newsletter or you need a Unity name tag, then please stop by the Unity office or email unity@unityrockies.org. And now, let me turn it over to Forrest.
As you know, I always love to do that. It brings such warmth to my heart anytime I do that. I remember the very first time that I started to cry here, filled with love, because the timing of those chimes just hit my heart just right.
Thank you.
So I am your prayer chaplain, and I'll be available for prayer after the service in the little meditation blue room in the back. And if you have a prayer that you would like to have privately prayed for, there's a prayer box right on the other side of our back window here on the table in the foyer. So say with me our prayer of protection. The light of God surrounds us. I am that light. The love of God enfolds us. I am that love. The power of God protects us. I am that presence. The presence of God watches over us. I am that presence. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Join us now in the peace song.
If you'd like to stand and make a big circle. Have a blessed week, everyone. And don't forget there are snacks down in the fellowship hall. I love to shine with the holy light of my spirit. Shine with the holy light of my soul. I love to shine